and welcome. My name's Kathy A, and yes, it's the end of June, and I thought I would go through some of my faves and flops, not just of makeup, but of life stuff and things of interest. So, thank you all who have commented on my last video last month. I'm going to try and do more than one video a month, but for now, because my job's so busy and it's the busy season in the business I'm in, I'm not able to get and film as often as I'd like to. So I hope you're all doing well. We went through quite a heat wave here in Connecticut recently, and I received some of my makeup that I had ordered online. It was sweating, and I'm thinking, you know, just as a little cautionary note, you may not want to order cream makeup by mail until the weather kind of cools off, because you don't know how long it's been sitting in a hot truck, you don't know how long it's been sitting in your hot mailbox, and it could really warp the, you know, the formulation of whatever it is you're doing. And if you're trying a new makeup, you may give it a bad review, personal review, and return it thinking that it's bad, but actually it was the fact that it sat out and boiled out in the heat. So just a little cautionary tale. Powder products I don't think are as affected by the heat, but cream products definitely are. So anyway, I thought I would talk to you about a couple of things that I purchased and food I'm enjoying. I always like to go over food I'm enjoying first. I don't know why. I'm a foodie. These are called Munchies, and they're peanut butter filled crackers. They're really, really good. They sell them at, I think some of the local stores do have these. These are the best peanut butter crackers I've ever had. I usually have a pack of these every day at work, and they're called Munchies, and I like them better than Ritz or any of the other ones, and they're very inexpensive. Coffee. I was in TJ Maxx and Marshall's walking around, and they carry coffees sometimes, and this one fascinated me. It was called the Paris Blend by McCafe, and this is a really nice medium roast coffee. It's plain medium roast coffee. There's no like cinnamon or vanilla or hazelnut, any of that in it. It's like a regular nice smooth coffee. I really like it. It's good, and the pricing is $11.98 for 24, so that's basically around 50 cents each cup. So if you are still buying these, and I did talk to you about the French press last month, but if you're still buying these, like for work we have this kind of thing. The Paris Blend is really good. You can tell it's a blue label with the McCafe. I had seen, of all people, it was Angie Hot and Flashy, which it was so unusual. She was cooking, and she was showing a device that did shredding of chicken. And I want to show you the demonstration I have because it's so cool. But this is the device itself. You twist it back and forth. It's got spikes on the top, spikes on the bottom, and it's basically pulling everything in different directions, and it shreds this down so you can put it in salads, in tacos. I love chicken tacos. You can put it in enchiladas or, you know, pasta dishes, sauces. So, and even, you know, like one pot, crock pot meals. So this is a wonderful device. So let me just show you a quick demonstration. Here is an easy meal you can make for a hot summer evening with basic ingredients like a rotisserie chicken, shredded lettuce, some cheese, some diced tomatoes, taco sauce, and some taco shells. You can create a really fun and delicious chicken taco meal. So this device is kind of interesting. It's a shredder, and it has spikes on the inside of the cover and on the bottom. So when you take your chicken, you can just put sliced up chicken from the rotisserie chicken, so you don't have to cook it or anything, and just spread it around on the device, and then stick the top on, and it just so easily moves back and forth, and it's a lot of fun actually. I didn't do it quite as much as I should have this first time, so I took some of the larger pieces and put them back towards the middle and did it again, and it shreds instantly. It is so cool, so cool. And now you have shredded chicken you can use for salads or for tacos, but we're going to use it for our chicken tacos here. And there I am just putting some in these tacos have been heated in the oven, and I've got them in a little stand. I'm just putting a little bit of chicken. I'm using my fingers because it's for me, but generally I would use gloves. Then we're just going to put some lettuce on top of that, and then a little bit of taco sauce, whatever you like to have on your taco. I'm kind of simple that way. And then we're going to add some tomatoes on top of that and cover it with some either Monterey Jack cheese or cheddar cheese or Mexican blend cheese. Really, really easy and quick. And these stands are so adorable to hold it. You can get 2 or 3 tacos in this stand. If you flip it over, you can put 3 tacos in it. So there you go. And it's a delicious and easy, quick meal to have. The family loves to do this, and look what you have here. With just simple ingredients, you've created a really healthy meal and a quick one. Now after you're finished, it actually cleans up really easy. It rinses off easily, and you can hand wash it, or you can actually fit it really nicely in your dishwasher. It's dishwasher safe. So this one, I think it was on sale for like $4.99 on Amazon. I actually will, I'm not linking things so much below because I don't get any kind of credit for them. It's a lot of work. And I always think if you're shopping and you see one, just grab it. You know, if you're on Amazon, just put in chicken shredder or meat shredder, and you will come up with several of these. This one is particularly good, and these things stay put. I put this through the dishwasher now 3 times, and it hasn't damaged it in the least. And I just really love it. I think it's a great idea, especially in summer when you don't want to cook. I mean, and for the taco stands, they sell these at Walmart, and they're over in the section with the spoons and the measuring cups and all the, like a wall of gadgets and spoons and spatulas and things. They sell them on there. But these are holders for your tacos to keep your tacos up. One side will hold 3, the other side will hold 2. So I don't know if that matters to you, but I love the colors. They're very summery, and this just makes the perfect I don't want to cook meal. I was in Dollar Tree. I had an earring where the hoop had come loose and gone off on one of my earrings. And they have findings which are for earrings. They have those hooks and loops and things that can repair your jewelry for $1.25 right now. I think things are going up to $1.50, but right now things are still kind of $1.25. They are going to be changing their packaging and stuff to reflect the new pricing. Foil pans and things are already $1.75 and have been for a few months now, but everything's going to be going up, so just so you know. But I love the fact that they had the findings there, and you could make you can repair your earrings rather than, you know, donating them because you only have one good one and the other one's missing a part. You've got the parts in here, and they have gold and silver, which I thought was pretty neat. In TJ Maxx, I found this for, actually this is Marshall's, for $9.99. This is an Oral-B, it's a rotating toothbrush. I don't know if you can see it. This rotates circular. It doesn't vibrate. I can't stand those electric toothbrushes that vibrate. They make me nervous, and I don't like the pulsing in my teeth. But this actually rotates circular, and it helps remove tartar and stuff from your teeth. It's highly recommended as opposed to just using a regular toothbrush. But it's $9.99. It comes with the batteries. I thought this was a terrific deal, and it's a really nice toothbrush. You can get replacement heads for the top, and I just think that's great. It has a 2-minute timer on it too, because you're supposed to brush your teeth for 2 minutes. Did you know that? I need to see a dentist, actually. I've after a major surgery in 2002, it really weakened my system, and I have lost teeth. My teeth are very weak. I recently broke a tooth on an almond, and yeah. Anyway, this is a really good option rather than a regular toothbrush. And I have a recipe that I just found for chocolate pudding pops, and these are in Marshall's also. For $3.99 you can get these, and there's 6 of them, 6 popsicle molds. So you pour your stuff in, and then you close it up and you freeze them, and you've got your own homemade fudgicles. So there are plenty of recipes online for this. I'm going to try and experiment. And I don't know if you're interested or not. Are you interested in recipes? If I do things like this, do you want my recipes? I don't know. I can't read you. I don't know. I think most people are still watching makeup stuff, but so many people do makeup stuff, and most people are talking about similar things. You know, we're talking about similar things. Now, I found 2 new Holy Grail makeup items I'll talk about a little later, but that is something that was a big surprise. On Amazon, you can get these hair thickening fibers, and this one is the Striking Viking is the name of the brand, and these are the blonde hairs. The Topic ones are half the amount and twice the price. You can get these from $8 to $10 on Amazon, and these are, you know, $25 to $30 depending on where you buy them. For twice the amount and half the price, less than half the price, you can get these. So just thought I'd alert you. They're very similar. They are, I don't know what they are. Cellulose, pieces of cellulose or whatever that go in, and they blend into your scalp so it looks like you have hair. It's a really, really nice, I don't know if you can see that. But they blend in and they rinse out with your, you know, your next shampoo. So it's nothing that's going to sink into your skin or cause any problems. But I totally recommend these hair fibers as opposed to the Topics, which, you know, I've always used the Topics. I've always loved them, but they're very expensive for what you get. And I use them every day because my scalp is so open, you know, especially after I've had a shower. My scalp is pink, and yeah. For skincare, I was at the Five Below, and these are the bubble dupes, I guess you could say. And this one in particular is the cleansing one. I actually really enjoyed this. I don't have the bubble one to compare it to, but the way I look at it, if I enjoy the product, I don't care what the original did or didn't do. I'm really enjoying the product. So I do like this one. It was very inexpensive. And they have the whole line. They have the moisturizer and the toner and everything. And the milk toner, I guess, is really popular. So this was really good from Five Below. I don't know if they make them in the same factory or they just imitate them, but I thought it was a pretty good deal. And I'm still using, I did get backups of this because these things disappeared from the Dollar Tree. For $1.25, these glowing vitamin C facial cleanser, I love it. And I've gone through three tubes. This is the 4th, and I have 2 more in my medicine cabinet. I'm still seeing in some Dollar Trees they still have this one. It's the color that's a pale kind of blush peach color. So look for that one. The cleanser's excellent. I really am enjoying that as a cleanser, and it's so economical, you know. And speaking of economical, a lot of brands are discontinuing products, or they're taking the talc out of products and they're reformulating things. Well, this is Hard Candy. This is their hydrating primer, and this is their collagen primer. They're $2 on sale. Walmart has so many of their makeup items in their clearance rack. Definitely go and look at the end cap in the Walmart cosmetics section. Now, everything's in glass cases now, but the clearance section, which has hair care and makeup in it, there were 3 bins of all L'Oreal powders, including their fresh wear bronzers. Everything was $2, $2.50, $3.50. So have a look. These were hard candy primers. And I did try the hydrating one today. It's very tacky, but it also gave my face a lot of moisture and hydration. And I really like what it did. So these were $2 each. Yeah, I don't know why. For makeup, I did try something new. This is from e.l.f. and it's basically a sunscreen that's tinted, but they're calling it their Halo Glow Skin Tint. It's an SPF 50, which is really good, but I don't know if the thin little layer I put on is going to give me a 50 SPF, but I like this, and I was skeptical because, you know, this is $8, you know, give or take $1, depending on where you get it. This is their Soft Glam Foundation, which I love. I like this. I have it in 2 colors. This is great. This doesn't have any skincare in it. Now this has less, product in it, and it has an SPF of 50. So I think you're paying for less product. You have to shake it up. You have to make sure you shake it up. It's got a nice variety of colors to it. I'm wearing it today. It does give you a little bit of shine. It is a really nice tint, but what I noticed was later in the day, I always go at lunchtime to look at myself in the mirror to see what's happened with my face, you know, because I can't stop during my work day and put makeup on or touch up anything. So I do it at lunchtime, and everything looked not only the same way I put it on, but it seemed to look better. It was almost like everything melded together really nicely. And that could be partially one of my other products. But this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Skin Tint. I do like it, and the color I have is 6. It is my skin color. This does oxidize just slightly, maybe a quarter to a half shade darker. So be aware of that. If you're between shades, I would stay with that lighter shade because it's going to go up a half stage, and you'll probably be perfect if you're between shades. So the e.l.f. Halo Glow Skin Tint, I like it, and I think for summertime this is perfect with that SPF in there. But it is less product than what you get in here for $8, and this is $18. So some people were complaining about that, but I thought, you know, it's an SPF first, it's sunscreen first, it's tinted, and it looks like a foundation, and it makes a great foundation alternative. So to me, it's worth the $18. This $8 one, I'll wear it during, you know, fall, winter, and spring. But this, with the SPF, when I'm out in the summer, I like the fact that we've got an SPF 50 going on here. Now, I mentioned that L'Oreal had all their powders in the Walmart clearance rack when they were like $3.50 for the powders, which, you know, is a huge deal because right now L'Oreal's really expensive. So L'Oreal, because they're bringing in this new flavor of powder, it doesn't have talc in it. A lot of companies are removing talc from their product lines, not because talc is bad, but because they have to do extensive testing on it to make sure there's no asbestos mixed in with the talc, because that's what's dangerous, not the talc. Talc is fine. Some companies are keeping the talc in and they're doing the testing because talc is a great ingredient in makeup. It makes things smooth. It really is a satisfying thing. This is the new generation. This is called the Blurfection powder from L'Oreal. I can't say I'm all that impressed. However, over time, again, when I check at lunchtime, whatever this powder does, it seems to melt in over time and it looks fine later on. It's expensive. This powder is expensive for drugstore, but this is the new Infallible, and I have the translucent shade. They do have several different skin tone shades. It goes very deep. This is the translucent, which can be kind of whitish cast, but this one isn't whitish cast. It does disappear into your skin, which is nice. At least mine does. And I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to get this Blurfection stuff because it just seems like there's not as much product in there as I'd like to see. It's a loose powder. And I think I liked other powders better. So this is probably not going to stay. I'm not going to replace this when it's gone. I'm not going to return it, but I'm not going to replace it. I'm still enjoying using the Pro and Conceal from LA Girl, and this I use as an eyeshadow primer, and I also use it as a concealer color corrector, and I absolutely love it. I don't know why it's working so well now. I don't know if I think I might have tried it years ago and I didn't like it. I don't know if it's something that I did wrong or my skincare was different, but I really like this, and for the price point, it's outstanding. So the Pro Conceal, give it a try and see how you feel about it. I put it in and I tap it in with my ring finger, so the warmth of my finger will help it meld into the skin. I don't put a lot on. I do put it on my eyelid. I do set it with a teeny bit of powder, and then I put my eyeshadow on. And my eyeshadow's been lasting okay. It looks smooth. I can't say enough good things about this, and I have it in several colors. I have it in the green and the dark tan in case I have a really light foundation and I want to darken it up. I will add some of the tan stuff. And I have a blue, and I have a pink, a pale pink, I think. I use the pale pink as a brightener underneath if I'm having a hangover day from a sheepdog peanut butter whiskey. I'm still enjoying this, and I will be repeating myself sometimes month to month because I'm honestly using these products. This is the Lifter Stick from Maybelline in shade 35. This is a wonderful, like a contoury kind of dimensional product for your face. I didn't like this in the lighter shade for like using it as a concealer or anything. And I didn't try it as a foundation, but I do like it as a contour, and there is another shade I might try as a bronzer. But this is shade 35, and on Fish Belly White Me, this works really nicely as a contour shade. And that is the Maybelline Lifter Stick. This is one of the products I got, and this is from Catrice. This is the Magic Shaper, and this is face stuff. This is a bronze, a contour, 2 different blushes, and 2 highlight shades. And this is what came in my mailbox all sweaty. But I did think it worked nicely. I mean, I've already put my powder on, so I'm probably going to be a little bit patchy going over the top, but not really. This is nice. This is a nice assortment of colors, and Catrice, of course, is the sister company to Essence. These are really nice. This particular compact would be good for traveling. It did come with a paper on it, like to protect the creams from drying out. That's my only concern here, is that these creams will dry out because their creams don't last that long anyway, 6 months to a year, and basically toss it. Again, makeup is not a collectible. All right, repeat after me. Makeup is not a collectible. Don't keep it for more than a few years. And these young gals, I see them with their tool chests and their IKEA drawers and rooms full of drawers of makeup, and they pull open a drawer and there's like 500 blushes in there. That's crazy. That's hoarding. That's crazy. All right, I'm going to call them out. And some people say, well, I'm going to keep this for, you know, because I need to compare it with new things that come out so I can say that it's like this. And I'm thinking, well, you know what? After 6 months to a year, this is not going to be anything like it is today. It's going to be completely different, broken down, bacteria-laden, decomposing. How can this be compared to anything? You can maybe look at the color, but we don't even know if the color would be the same after 5 years. You know, if I had that theory, I would have kept my Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette, which I loved, is my favorite palette of all time. it was discontinued after I think 2016. They didn't make it anymore. And it was so good. It was so good. Yeah, there's a lot of products that I really enjoyed, but I'm not going to hang on to that physical piece for years and years and years, and you shouldn't either. It's very bad. I mean, I do spray my products with alcohol. I will always have alcohol at night. Once a week, I spray all my stuff and let them sit overnight open, and the alcohol will, you know, take care of some of the bacteria on there. It doesn't affect the formulation at all. So with this, I'm a little concerned because it came sweating and it was in a hot mailbox. I'm sure it was in a hot mail truck. This was I bought this from Amazon. But that's Catrice Magic Shaper. I love it, but I'm a little concerned. I had to try these because I was curious about them. These are those tints that are supposed to be like Benefit. These are the e.l.f. ones, and I have Orange Crush and Left on Red. And I can tell you, I enjoyed the Orange Crush one much more than the red one. I'm just going to put it on my lips so you can see it. It's got an applicator. Now the concept of these is you put them on your lips, and you can also put them on your cheek, and they will stain your cheek and your lips, and there'll be a cohesive look to your look. This Orange Crush one is excellent. It does not look patchy on the skin. It stains the lips really nicely, makes a great base for a lipstick. If you want to go, if it's too dark, you can go a little bit lighter. After a few seconds, this is dry, and you can put another lipstick on, maybe a lighter shade. And when your lipstick wears down, you've still got some color on your lips. And I think this one was my favorite shade. There is a pale pink, like a grapefruit shade. Now this red, I didn't like it at all. It was way too dark and patchy on my lips, and it was really patchy on my cheeks. This did not work at all, this one. And this is the one that people are getting, and they're saying they like it. This is probably closest to what Benefit had, but I never liked that Benefit tint. I always thought it was too dark and too strong and too patchy. If you have texture on your skin, it's going to climb in there. It's just going to climb in there and say hello. So the Left on Red, no. The Orange Crush, definitely yes. This was for $5. This is a really great tool as an, I guess, you know, you can think of it as an underpainting. You know, you can put it on first. The orange is very subtle in this on your cheeks, and you can put a powder blush over the top of it or a cream blush over the top, and it'll look really nice. So this Orange Crush one, this is really nice, and I would definitely recommend it. But I would definitely pass on this red one, the Left on Red. Now, speaking of the L'Oreal Infallibles, they had some of these in the clearance rack at Walmart, and I think it's because these still have talc in them, and I think they're discontinuing them. So if you like this Infallible bronzer, this is a light shade. This is the shade 250 Light, and this is a very nice, it's kind of a matte bronzer, so it's not going to be interfering with anything else you have on, and when you put your highlighter on, it's not going to make you too glowy. It does have a mirror in it, which is nice, and I think it's a beautiful bronzer. You can put it over the top of your cream bronzer to set it. You can put it in the décolletage to, you know, give yourself a little bit of color. I think this is really nice. The 250 shade is light. I may go with a medium light as summer progresses and I get a little bit of color on this fish belly white face. So Infallible, this is the Fresh Wear bronzer. And I believe they are either discontinuing them or they're at least discontinuing them at Walmart, because these, the darker shades were left, are all on sale in the clearance rack at Walmart. This is the Baby Got Blush, and I was very disheartened to see somebody had already opened it up, so I'm not putting it on my face. But it seems to be a nice cream blush. I like the coloring of it, but it wasn't sealed, and that it creeps me out to think, I'm going to wash my hand. It creeps me out to think somebody else used it, so I'm not putting it on my face. Ick. So this is shade 10, and it's called Pinkalicious. And I think it's a really nice, natural looking flushed with a pink kind of tone to it. It's not hot pink, it's not blue pink, it's just a nice, I think it's a nice neutral pink shade. So this, I think, is a nice blush. I don't know how it wears. It looks nice on my hand. I've swatched it a couple of times to look at it compared to other blushes I have, and I think this is a really nice product with a nice formulation. A lot of eye palettes. I have 3 from Catrice. I mean, they were on sale. So I have the rose, the mocha, and the nude. I really like their eyeshadows. I think they're really a nice quality. I love the color stories they have. This particular one is the nude one, which, you know, anybody can wear. It's got shimmers and mattes in it. And I really like it. I've enjoyed it a lot. The rose one has a slight, I used this in spring a lot. This was more of a rosy shade, more pinks, mauvey colors. And then this one is mocha, which has a warmer tone to some of the shades to it, and I really like that as compared to the nude. So you can see this is the nude and this is the mocha. So I think it's a nice assortment of things, and they're running, if you find them in Marshalls, they have these 3 in Marshalls for $3.99, which is nice. You can get them on Amazon. There are a few things. I also had this at Marshalls, which is the Shade Thrower from Morphe. They always come with a paper with the names of the shades on it. But this has got a nice assortment of colors and finishes in it. You've got some shimmery shades, you've got some couple toppers, and you've got your basic light, medium crease shades, and deep for the corners. There's a dark greenish color. Then you've got a dark brown and a black. I mean, this is a really nice all-purpose, because you've got your purple, pink, gold, and greenish shade for shimmers for your eyes. And let me just put one on just to demo it. Let me see what I've got here. What do you think? I put this on here. So very subtle. These are the topper shades. Really nice though. I thought this was nice. It was $5 at Marshalls. So again, you can get these on Amazon. You can get them at Marshalls. If you're lucky, you can get all 3 of these. I definitely recommend them. New from Wet n Wild. They've got something new out in the eyeshadow compartment, and this is Don't Stop Playing Safe is the name of this. Stop Playing Safe, which I think is kind of a joke because you've got your green and your blue eyeshadows, which are considered, you know, controversial to wear. So not playing it safe would be apparently using these, and I do use them actually. I will put this right here on the corner. Let me put the green on the other corner. Oh, why not? Living on the edge here. They're very subtle on the eyes, very subtle. This is nice. It's kind of a warm autumny, late summer, autumn kind of color pattern here. I've seen this before in something else, but I like these shades for summer. I think these 4 shades especially for summer, and this one. Let me see if this... It's kind of a marigold, what is it? Marigold color, sunflower color. So I don't play it safe, I guess. I really like this. It was, I think $5 at CVS. So this was a great little deal. I replaced my Going Coconuts with a new one. I had hit pan on so many of the colors in here. To me, this is probably one of the most perfect everyday kind of palettes to wear, because you have some shimmers in the middle here, and you've got some basics, light for the lid, medium for the crease, dark for the corners kind of shades, and a little bit of variety with some of that. But I like the fact that you have some shimmers, which are more like toppers. You just have to be careful with micro glitter with some of the ColourPop stuff. But this one is one of my favorite palettes from ColourPop. Morphe came out with these new eyeshadow palettes, and people were talking about them. They really liked them, and they're beautiful. For one thing, they're beautiful, and the other thing is there was really nice color stories, warm and cool color stories. This is a 12 pan. These run around 19, I think, and they have a 6 pan that runs around $14. So I really like this. This one is the most basic neutral one, and this is called Flickering Sands. This is the outside of the box. But the actual cover, you get a nice mirror, and the actual cover is really beautiful. And all of the covers for the, I think there's 5 or 6 different palettes. There's one smoky one that looks really pretty, that's very neutral to cool tone, that I might pick up besides, because I really like the formulation of these shades. These are, you know, shimmer and matte shades. I'll try to give you a different view of these. Perfect for summer, fall. Absolutely. So it's a really nice assortment, and I'm really pleased with this particular palette. I think it was a great deal for the quality and everything else. And again, it's the new Morphe. It's not the old one we hate. Okay, my next product, this is a new holy grail, and I'm so picky about mascara. This is from Revolution Beauty, and this is their newest mascara. It's called Wrap Lash Tubing Mascara. I have the black shade, beautiful tube. It's a beautiful mascara. From the very first time I used this, it gave me big honkin' lashes. And not only that, but as I go through my workday, and I have emotional times during my workday. I'm in the funeral and cemetery business, and sometimes people's crying gets me crying, and so mascara is really put through its paces with me. I have to go outside sometimes to point out graves, and it's very, very hot outside and it's very cold inside, so I have a lot of temperature change. It's very humid here in Connecticut in the summertime. So humidity, heat, crying, this stayed put until I took it off at the end of the day. There was no flaking, there was no smears. This is a perfect mascara, and it's called Wrap Lash from Revolution. I absolutely love this mascara. I like it better than Thrive. I like it better than the e.l.f. one. I like it better than the Sky High. I like it better than Burst. So, yeah, better than Thrive. And I'm a Thrive girl, you know. And the price of this, I believe, was $12. So it's cheaper than most of the drugstore mascaras. So give this a try. They sell this in Target and Revolution is also sold, I think, in some Walmarts. You can get it online. For lashes, I've got, this is my second one of this too. This is the Ardell, and this is the Naked My Way grouping of lashes. You can get clumps up top here, you can get halves, you can get 3/4, and then full size lashes. This is a great assortment. If you don't know how to do lashes and you want to experiment, this is great because you get a little of everything. You can try it. But I think for beginners, this is really nice. This is the press-on lashes. You basically pull this out and you push it up, use a close-up mirror, push it up underneath the end of your lash, and I've got them on. Press it in, and it's there. It's pre-glued. And don't worry, it's not the kind of glue like you would use for craft projects. It's really, really nice. So the press-on lashes and the grouping here, the Naked My Way grouping of different lashes, absolutely wonderful. For lip products, these are the Lifter Glazes. They're kind of a balm lip gloss. I thought I would love them because everybody was talking about them, and this is one color they all loved, which is the so this is a color that I chose. I thought I would love it. It's called Peach Quench. And then this one is the one everybody was going for, called Berry Haze. Yeah, it's kind of a weird scent that goes with these. They are a balm lip gloss combination. I like the concept of it is pretty neat, but the actual the smell is weird. It's almost like licorice and berry mixed together. And flowers. It's just not good. It's not their usual Maybelline Gacky taste, but it's a different Gacky taste. I think they're trying to make it taste better. It doesn't, and it doesn't leave, and it messes with my coffee. And if something's messing with my coffee, it's not going to work for me. So the Lifter Glaze, to me, were a fail. I did give 2 of them a try. And let me put one on so you can see it. Let me put this peach one on so you can see it. So it looks kind of nice. It sits on top of your lips, but you get that wafting, and it's just, to me, it's almost like a licorice berry, if you can imagine those two tastes together. I can't handle it for that, and it's darker than what you would think it would be. It's darker on the lips. So it was a fail on too many levels. I'm probably going to return these two because they were kind of expensive for drugstore. Camera died, so I had to take off the lipstick. Anyway, for 100 points, I got this Tower 28 lip gloss or lip oil in the shade Pistachio, and I actually really like it. It's let me just put it here. You can see, and it's very moisturizing. It's really a Your Lips But Better. I know that it does smell like pistachio. It is a Your Lips But Better shade on the lips, but I think it's great, and during work my lips look shiny and nice, so I think it's really nice for my 100-point perk. So that pretty much about does it for me today. I hope all of you are doing well and hanging in there, keeping cool. There was a lot of heat wave going on in this country, in the US, and yeah, I don't like summer. I'm not a summer person. I don't hang out at the beach, and I don't go on the water, and so it's kind of wasted on me. I like to travel and point at things and go to fairs and powwows. So anyway, that's my story for this month, and I hope you will give me some comments below if you're interested in recipes or anything like that. I'd be happy to share things with you. If there's anything new you tried this month that you liked, or if there's something in my grouping that you were interested in, let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you. I do get to read the comments. I get online about every 3 days through the ways I have to get on. Because I was hacked so viciously last year, I don't have any internet at my house. I actually have to visit people and use other things, other computers, to get onto YouTube. So that's why it takes me a little while to get back to you, but I do read all of your comments, and I'm so happy you're out there. And thank you so much, every one of you, for watching and for hanging in there with me. Okay, so happy summer, happy 4th. I will see you soon in the next video. Take care. Toodles.